Hello and welcome to Week 21. In this session, we'll break down Alpha Maverick's performance, volatility regime adjustments, and the key risk management decisions that shaped the week's outcome. Let's dive into the analysis. Throughout Week 21, we observed a week that was quite different from the usual Alpha Maverick pattern, marked by a high uncertainty market environment and less consistent directional movements. This type of context naturally reduces the system's ability to build the higher returns typically seen in weeks with more defined trends. From the beginning of the week, the market showed less stability and more frequent direction changes, making it harder for movements to continue after positions were opened. As a result, Alpha Maverick started the week in a highly conservative mode. Throughout the entire first day, there was no trading activity. This behavior once again demonstrates the system's discipline in avoiding exposure when market conditions do not offer sufficient execution quality. Alpha Maverick does not aim to be constantly in the market. The focus remains on selecting opportunities with a higher statistical probability of success. Activity only began on Tuesday, when the market started showing more structured movements. Across Tuesday and Wednesday, the system managed to build a very positive sequence, gradually pushing returns above 6%. During this period, we observed a relatively stable volatility regime, always within the model's normal operating parameters. This allowed Alpha Maverick to operate normally, maintaining the ability to open multiple trades simultaneously whenever conditions justified it. As market movements developed, the system accumulated consistent results, once again demonstrating its ability to adapt to market conditions. However, as often happens in uncertain environments, a sharper directional change occurred later. This movement ended up erasing a significant portion of the gains previously accumulated. Despite this pullback, the system maintained control over exposure and continued operating until the end of the week. It is important to highlight that during Week 21, the P&L reached 12.2% at one point. This behavior is not the most common within Alpha Maverick's history, but it has occurred before, especially in weeks where the market rapidly alternates between favorable moves and unexpected reversals. In these scenarios, retaining profit becomes more difficult precisely because the market does not maintain a consistent direction long enough. Even so, the system managed to preserve part of the accumulated result and close the week in positive territory. Until the final trading moment, Alpha Maverick remained active, aiming to regain stability and consolidate gains. Week 21 therefore closed with a final return of 1.30%. Although this result is below the usual pattern seen in recent weeks, it must be analysed within the context of the market environment experienced during this period. In a scenario of high uncertainty and multiple directional changes, the most relevant factor was the system's ability to preserve capital, maintain risk control, and close the week in positive territory. In total, 24 trades were executed, of which 19 resulted in profit. This success rate continues to demonstrate the effectiveness of the model, even in weeks that are structurally less favourable. Throughout the week, volatility remained within normal parameters, meaning the main challenge was not extreme volatility, but rather the lack of directional continuity in the market. This type of behavior is particularly challenging for trend-based systems, making operational discipline and dynamic position management even more important. Week 21 therefore demonstrates Alpha Maverick's ability to navigate more complex scenarios, maintaining robustness and control even when the market does not provide ideal conditions for maximizing returns. Each week adds more data, more experience, and greater adaptive capacity to the system, reinforcing its continuous evolution over time. If you have any questions about the strategy, the risk model, or the performance breakdown, feel free to reach out. You can connect with us across our social channels and official communication platforms for deeper insights, weekly updates, and educational content. And if you're looking to better understand regime-based trading and structured risk management, our community resources are available to help you learn more. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.